Konami is a company that has stained its reputation in recent history after numerous errors and bad decisions. However, that doesn't mean they haven't been responsible for some genuinely great games that innovated and improved upon the gaming landscape. Today, we're ranking the best franchises to come from Konami. Number 7. Zone of the Enders. Zone of the Enders is a series that only has 2 games and a spin-off, meaning it could only place this low on the list. However, it's also a series with tight action gameplay, minimal padding, and great use of its core mechanics, especially in the sequel. Number 6. Lethal Enforcers. Light gun games are certainly not as big as they used to be, but back in 1992 when Lethal Enforcers was released, they were at the top of their game. This arcade classic took players through dense urban environments with digitized sprites as graphics. The console version of the game even came with a special controller that looked like a small revolver. Police 911, a later entry in the series, would even add motion sensing so the player's movements were reflected in-game. Number 5. Contra. Contra is a series that became infamous for its difficulty and its simple charm. The games were so difficult, in fact, that many associate it with the famous Konami code, which would give the player 30 lives at the start. While the PS1 games were notoriously clunky, the PS2 title Shattered Soldier did an excellent job updating the franchise for new generations. The only thing missing from the Contra series now is a true AAA title. Number 4. Dance Dance Revolution. Before Guitar Hero and Rock Band were the names synonymous with rhythm games with a central gimmick, Konami was leading the charge in the genre. One such title in that genre was Dance Dance Revolution, which has since become a cultural landmark of arcades. Even today, DDR machines summon those looking to test their skills or to watch someone who is infinitely better than them play. It would even get console versions, which would pave the way for games like Just Dance in the future. Number 3. Castlevania. Castlevania is a series that has grown and evolved to accommodate many different genres. It started as an insanely difficult NES action game, added adventure elements in the sequel Simon's Quest, and would slowly streamline that formula. That is, until Symphony of the Night introduced a Metroid-like formula to the game and formed the latter half of an entire genre. Then in 2010, it turned into a 3D action game similar to the God of War games of the time, with Lords of Shadow, which is still remembered fondly. Number 2. Silent Hill. The Silent Hill series is one that single-handedly changed the landscape of horror. The first Silent Hill was praised for its fully 3D graphics, and Silent Hill 2 was the game that launched the series into the limelight. It revolutionized storytelling in a horror game and targeted a psychological perspective to the horror genre in comparison to the action approach of Resident Evil. And Silent Hill 3 would also wrap up a nice little trilogy of incredibly solid horror games, which would be followed by many less reliable titles. The series sat dormant until the recent Silent Hill 2 remake was announced, which fans are hoping is the shot in the arm the series needed. Number 1. Metal Gear Solid. To the surprise of some, Metal Gear actually had 2 games previous to Metal Gear Solid, but the third game in the series is often seen as the true start of this masterful franchise. Metal Gear Solid and its sequels use its story to explore the nature of war and deliver some truly inspiring narratives. That, and it continually innovates on its stealth gameplay while adding some action set pieces to spice things up. The series is in flux at the moment due to Hideo Kojima's departure from Konami, but even then it goes down as one of the greatest game franchises. That was our ranking of the best Konami game franchises. Thanks for watching. Remember to tell us what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.